We should check out the other door before we leave.
Okay, sounds good. Oh, I still have it locked. I'm sorry. I'll unlock it. There you go. You guys getting like huge lag spikes?
Actually,
Yeah, I'm having a problem updating my base attack points.
Are you? Yeah, I was gonna say I'm noticing like lag spikes or something. It's kind of going on here. It's weird. There we go.
I'm running good for a change.
Figures, right? Let's see how this goes. Keep an eye on it and see. Alright, so hopefully it's not too bad. Just to kind of re-describe some of these rooms as you go through. So this room once was kind of a big, large, grand chamber, suffers from long neglect. The dark green stone floor of the temple kind of lies broken in the center, giving way to a gaping pit. There's some writhing tendrils of sickening green vapor slither up from the pit, only to break apart and fade in the seeping much further in the room. Great pillars line the outside of the vast chamber that you can see, but those near the center are kind of broken, been blasted outward from whatever force caused a hole in the center of the room. And then these immense stone double doors that you're looking at, and the door that you're at there, Bose, actually has kind of carved into it all these just sort of worms kind of covering it, and all these skulls that are kind of set into it on the stone door. Alrighty, I see your bluff or your perceptions and stealth checks there. So you listen to the door, Bose, and you don't hear anything else on the other side of that door.
All right. Well, I'll wave everybody over this way, and I will door and peek in nice and quiet like.
Alrighty. So as you kind of peek inside, you see that the room that the door opens up to is very similar to the room on the opposite side on the west end. It's almost an identical copy of where you entered, and there's stairs going up and out of the temple itself. And inside this room, you see that the walls are kind of carved to depict an army of undead soldiers engaging in the ruin and destruction of a city of helpless men and women and children. Buildings are burning, and blood kind of washes through the street, and there's dark thunder clouds that boil the skies above. Above them, directing the army, is an enormous figure dressed in a tattered dark gray robe. His visage is only remotely humanoid, in a seething mass of worms and a mocking shape of a face with vast cavernous sockets for eyes.
All right. Do I sense any evil or?
Yeah. So the whole area sort of has this kind of foreboding, evil type feel to it, but you don't feel anything different in this room as you have for the rest of the entire temple that you guys have been in so far, the Jiggerat.
Okay. So no Spawnakaios.
Not that you can notice, anyways. Yeah. Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. So I'm gonna meander my way in here then, and
All right.
here as we get in.
Okay. So as you're kind of looking around, again, you see these kind of horrific pictures that are here. The floor has a kind of a nice well-cut tile of stone, as well as the ceiling is a well-cut tile of stone. However, you don't see anything that appears to be secret doors or anything other of real interest, except for these carvings on the wall of the objects that are there. The steps you see there, you can kind of see them kind of go up, and they appear to go back outside the Jiggerat and into the courtyard around it.
All right. If I don't else, then I will
Kind of meander up to there.
Yeah, a little sort of check over here.
Yeah. So as you kind of look out the entranceway there, going up into the outside world, you see that it appears to be sometime in the middle of the night. You're not sure at what time it is because you guys had slept throughout the day here. And you can hear some, distant jungle sounds, creatures that you would typically expect, birds and whatnot outside. But you don't hear anything that sounds foreboding or sounds to be any sort of human type activity or otherwise.
All right. And this is going up or down?
This is going up and back out of the temple into the temple grounds. I'll show you a map of it here real quick.
Those steps that are on the big, large square room.
Yeah.
Where do those go to?
So
They're in the four corners.
yeah. So those 4 steps go up to the top of the to the outside of the ziggurat.
Okay.
The map I just showed, they come out on the edges of the ziggurat, kind of like an exit to get out from inside the main temple.
No, I forget. Do we use those inner stairs that are inside the main chamber?
Yeah, those were kind of the ones we were talking about. You guys haven't taken them yet, but you do see that they extend up to what you would think would be the outside of the ziggurat itself. If I'm pronouncing that right. So on the outside map, I put a white marker. That's the step. That's the area that you just came out of. You can see where the white marker is. There's like a little indentation, and the other side is the side you came in on. You can see that. Just so you guys are aware of where you're at and what's going on.
Do you guys want to head up to the top?
Using the staircase in the center of the room, or is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. So you guys are going to go back into the main large room and take one of the 4 steps on one of the corners up?
Yeah, let's do that.
Alrighty, sounds good. So go ahead and give me perception check. So the ceiling in this room is about 30 feet high. You see that large hole in the center going down, but you don't see any sign of damage above the hole itself, up on the wall. And as you guys kind of go up the steps, you see that these steps kind of go up right to the top, and then right when you get to the ceiling, there's a small little like a secret door or a door that appears to be not secret on this side, but definitely not a normal door that you would typically open. And I see perceptions and stealths, which is good. Alright, and who wants to open the door? I see Bose, you got a stealth. We'll take your stealth. That'll work. So, or Cormier, that's great. Either one. So when you guys open up the door, you do see that it does in fact open up out onto the outside of the ziggurat on the outside, and you're sort of along the top of the edge there. When you look outside, you see that the entire grounds inside the obsidian circle that encircles the ziggurat is completely empty. You don't see any animals or wildlife or creatures or anything within there. However, on the outside, you do see, an occasional, bird flying by or something kind of rustling through the ruins of this great city. You can't really tell what it is, and you can hear things out in the distance, but it seems to be quite a ways away.
What were we trying to do in here?
You guys are trying to find out more information about the Cayuse and the Age of Worms and whatnot. So that's what you guys are kind of looking for.
I'm going with Cayuse is disgusting evil and must die again.
Again.
World no. All right.
So Tanner, as you get closer to that circle, you kind of feel this. You're right when you get about 30 feet close to that hole, you feel sort of this palpable evil that kind of comes over you, and you can see this little green wisps kind of coming out of it, and then they sort of dissipate, but they're definitely coming up from that hole. As you look down the hole, it's a massive hole. It's about 30 feet wide, as you can see on the map, and it goes down really, really deep, farther than you can see, and you notice that the edges are kind of real rough and whatnot, and then you see as you go down there's little caves that are sort of dug out of the sides of the walls as it continues down, or little openings I should say. They look like caves.
And so those are, my understanding, are you talking about that area?
Yep, that area right there. It's a huge pit. And essentially what it looks like is, it looks like whatever had come from the pit sort of got blasted outwards and kind of blew up the 4 pillars that are around it. And the hole looks like as it goes down, it gets smaller in diameter. So it definitely looks like something exploded out from deep below.
All right. Try and descend down there.
Okay. How do you guys want to do that? You want to?
How far down does it go down, Greg?
So, including yourself as well as using your vision that you can see with your ever burning torch or whatever light source you guys use. I forget what you have, and then even Bose is with his vision and Razik with his. You guys, you can only see as far as you can see, and it still continues down even farther that you're not able to visualize. So it's
pit of endlessness.
It's a long ways down. Yep, but all along the way, about every 10 to 15 feet down the wall, you see these little outcroppings that are there, and you definitely could scale down. I mean, it's very rough and hewn. You could climb down, you could fly down if you wanted to. I mean, it's 30 feet in diameter, so you guys could all float down together, I guess. And so there's definitely multiple ways to go down if that's the way you wanted to go.
I can give Windwalk to me and 4 people. I think Razik already has Airwalk, so he's already got that on. I think I saw him enable it.
Okay.
You guys want that?
Yeah. Windwalk would probably be a good idea.
Okay. I jinxed it by talking about it not glitching or lagging at all.
Yeah, I tried dragging Windwalk over so people knew what it was.
Yeah, it's just something's weird. Okay. Could be the 50 monsters I have in the combat tracker. I don't know. Maybe that, but.
Stacking the combat tracker again.
Yeah, stacking it against you.
Like
Right? Exactly.
So we got Windwalk for 12 hours. Us and Chingo, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know what Chingo's gonna do, but he's gonna kick it.
Gonna kick it.
So and the man.
Bo's gonna ride down on him.
Yeah. Flying speed.
Nice.
Here comes.
All right. Everybody else is windwalking too. I think you move pretty quick too, right? Like 60 feet around or something like that.
Yeah, you descend 60 feet around, and you move along up to 600 feet per round or something like that.
User in your channel timed out.
Oh no.
We're like vapor.
Oh yeah, I see that. Nice.
Probably should have put it on everybody before. Oh well.
That's
I
okay.
didn't drag it on everybody.
That's all right. No problem. And then, all right, cool. All right. So as you guys are descending down using this, so it's on. Who's it on? Everybody but Razik.
Yeah, I think Razik put airwalk on himself. I saw an effect on it.
Okay, yeah, I saw him putting him on too. So, all right. So as you guys are going down, you're kind of passing all these these openings and these caves that are kind of throughout this this opening, and you guys continue to descend down. You get down about 120 feet, and you notice that the tunnel continues even farther. That you still can't see the bottom of it at this point. Kind of keep going. Yeah, go ahead.
Are the caves too small to go in?
No, they're actually probably human size. I mean, some of them are smaller than others, but there's several that are, fairly good size. I would say, a human definitely could walk through them, 5-10 feet ish. And then, yeah, as you guys are in this hole going down, you guys feel that palpable evil that I was kind of talking to Tanner about, where you just just feel like something's not well. It's very disconcerting. This green mist vapor is kind of circling around you guys and whatnot, sort of intertwining, and it has just the smell of death and whatnot, kind of rancid meat type of thing.
What do you guys want to do? Go to the bottom or check out the caves?
Let's head to the bottom. It just looks like a blast out deal than whatever, and I don't know if we're involved in anything way deep in some other caves. It might just be a...
All right, sounds good. Brian, if you were trying to talk, you were all staticky again. I think we had an issue with that last week. Yeah, it's all static. All right, so you guys kind of continue down this tunnel. Now you're about 240 feet down in. Still cannot see the bottom of this tunnel. You do notice that the walls are slowly kind of getting a little bit closer as you're going down. Not quite so many caves now at this point. There's some smaller caves here and there. Continuing as well, just continuing down. Keep going until it stops.
Sure.
Alrighty. So you guys continue another down to about, you think it's probably another twice the distance that you've already gone, which is about, 450 feet or so, going down this tunnel, which is now getting to about the size of about 10 feet in a round. So only 4 of you can kind of move through it, even though I know you guys are a vapor. But and you start to see that there's a floor that's kind of quickly approaching you as you're going down through the hole, and the floor appears to be sort of a greenish type of color to it, and there's no light down there though, so as you're getting closer it's sort of getting more and more apparent as the kind of the closer that you get.
Is it moving? The floor?
So you guys probably want to stop at some distance then to take a look, I assume. What distance would you like to be above the floor?
10 feet.
Okay, sounds good. So you'll be just above kind of the ceiling of whatever room this is in. So at first, you know, it's the floor itself kind of seems to writhe and twist on itself, but the longer you look at it, you notice that it's covered by thousands and thousands of cayuse worms of all sizes.
Sounds yummy.
Yeah, kind of like that.
I was figuring that's what it was.
Yeah, and Nate's connecting, so it's gonna lag again here a bit. And so that's kind of the shape of the room as you kind of peek, you know, sort of peek your head around and look over the, just above the ceiling, you can sort of see the layout of
User joined your channel.
the room itself. Welcome back, Nate. Can kind of see the layout of the room that's there. Let's see, what was I going to say? Yeah, so that's kind of the layout. The floor is about 10 feet down. You see there's an exit to the south. There's an exit to the west and an exit to the east. The worms only really seem to be kind of in this room itself, but they don't take up the entire room. There are definitely areas on the floor that there are some places where you could probably get down and touch the floor if you wanted to at this point. And you guys are in the southwest corner of that map, and I'll drag you guys on there in just a second here. So you guys will kind of be coming in right about here. Put Razik on the wall, I guess. All right, and then let's see, who am I missing? Tanner. I'm missing Tanner. And I need Chingo, I think. Chingo's going to be in the wall too, so we'll just kind of have him right there for now. And oh, we're missing Carl. There you go. So Nate, what happened was you guys had gone down the tunnel, airwalked all the way down, skipped the caves that were above, went down about 500 feet. Sorry about that. And you guys are in a room that's kind of writhing and twisting in thousands of worms that are kind of covering the floor here. It's kind of where we are at, and I'll share the map with you again. So there we go.
I'll try and hover along the ceiling to that center of the room there, Greg.
Okay.
What's a 30 feet diameter?
Oh, that's Tanner's marker.
And then I'm gonna channel negative to kill the worms.
All right, hang on just a second. So there you go.
I think I got them all. Don't
Check, check, check.
Yeah, there you go. We got
I?
you
There
back. All right, so yeah, if you can get those targeted, we can go ahead and zap them.
Caw.
Nice. So all but one failed. Go ahead and do your damage.
Want me to put half damage on that one?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Which one was it? Oh, it's a healthy one.
Yep. So it's supposed to be a whisper, sorry. All right, so you channel your energy. You see some of the worms sort of die, but there's so many in there that they're just continuing to kind of writhe around. Oh, and then I'll open up the map a little bit so you can see kind of what's where. So you see the passageway to the east kind of ends in a door. The passageway in the west sort of opens up into a chamber where you see what appears to be bodies lined up on the floor, sort of wrapped up, almost mummified, to be honest with you, but they're literally head to foot, almost entirely covering the floor that you can see except for the pathway. And then to the south, you see that it extends into this room that's appears to have sort of this green lake that's there that you can kind of barely see. Yes, I can.
Well, it appears my channel isn't quite as powerful as it used to be. They need some help on these.
You need some little dirt and get a little ant, like an ant farm thing. We'll put a little glass around them. And
I guess we can just fly over them, huh? What do you guys want to do?
Yeah, if
Yeah,
they
if
can't
they-
reach us, probably a good idea.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right.
all right, which direction do you guys want to go?
Check out that lake, maybe.
I'm down.
Alrighty. So go ahead and move you guys sort of into the area there. So once you get into that area there, you see that this kind of opens up into sort of an immense cavern that's filled with a horrific sea of writhing green and nauseating surface of millions of slimy bodies slithering over each other. There is no floor past to what you're standing on. The hallway kind of falls away into the undulating surface of this immense lake of green worms. The rippling of the surface lies about 5 feet down from the floor of the passageway, while the ceiling rises to a vault nearly 90 feet above you. There's some small islands that'll open up here in a minute that kind of protrude from here, and they here and there from the wormy expanse, and additional passageways extend out of the sea and back into the solid ground on the wall opposite to you, as well as on the left and the right. So I'll open it up here one sec. I'm going to take off those cayuse worms that are there since you guys aren't going to be messing with them. I have perception checks too, and you guys have a chance. So, as you guys are there, you guys can kind of see that the worms are, kind of crawling all over each other, similar to what they were there. But you notice that there appears to be like almost a water or a liquid that they're on. Almost, if you can remember, or if you've seen, the cranberry commercials, how the cranberries float on a lake. This is kind of what it looks like. It looks like all these worms are just sort of floating on this water lake. And you guys see that even though, the worms are there, there seems to be some ripples in it, not almost as if there's maybe some current blowing through it, or something is causing a little bit bigger ripples than just this writhing thing of worms that you see. And then Dan, sorry, Bo, you kind of look over across the way, and you see that kind of on this edge, kind of over in this area, you see something which appears to be some sort of movement. You can't really differentiate exactly what it is, but it's almost as if the wall kind of, you're looking over there and you see like the wall just looks a little different, or something caught your eye when you were looking over that way.
And that's where the arrow's pointing over there?
Yeah, like you see how there's the ledge there? That's right there. You see sort of, kind of, right along that wall. You thought it was movement. You're not sure. You thought you saw something like move over there, or something. Something just, it kind of caught your eye.
All right, I'm gonna wave everyone back and say I think I saw something over in that southwest corner of the cavern along that platform.
Okay.
Back so that we can. Might be something moving around over there. It's invisible or something else. I sense there's something.
Which one?
Do you see the arrow on the map there? You can kind of see. He kind of saw something. Yeah, right over along that wall. Kind of right where the arrow's pointing. He saw something.
We see if we can come around the other way on it, like go to the west up here.
Sure.
And see if light might come around on it or something.
Yeah, you want to do that?
Yeah, I'm asking. A groupie.
I'm easy going. I'll go that
Which
way.
part did we come down onto?
You came into the square where Razik is, or Carl is right now. That's kind of right where you guys came in. Yep.
Hey guys, I think I hear somebody whispering some kind of incantations. There's definitely more here than just worms in that pound room, or whatever.
Hey, Cormier. I need a will save.
That's not good.